For more on this, we're now joined by our reporter, Balentle Mthethwa, who has been following the story for us at Kempton Park at SAA's headquarters. Mbali, thanks very much for joining us. We hear about talks that go into the night, that are collapsing and resurrected again. What's been happening today?
Good afternoon, Peter. It's been an hour since certain leaders were called back into a meeting with SAA management. We understand that an announcement was made just an hour ago where they went back into the meeting, and we've been waiting for them ever since. And it seems as though we're going to be waiting for a very long time, given that we have been waiting for the outcome of this meeting since this morning. Workers came in as early as possible to hear about yesterday's meeting. We understand that SAA management and unions met until the wee hours of the morning, where they were trying to resolve the impasse and try to put an end to this very same strike that we are covering right now. However, because of these new developments, they could not go, and they have all been waiting to be updated by their union leaders. We understand that last night they were in a meeting after Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, had urged both sides to try and resolve the impasse and try to put an end to the strike. However, this did not happen, as the SAA is believed to have revoked a 6.5% increase, which has led to the strike intensifying and the unions going ahead with a planned secondary strike. We understand that Airchefs company, Airchefs is a subsidiary of SAA, has already issued SAA with a notice to strike, and we've just heard that ComAir has also going to be joining in, and they have also managed to get a certificate allowing them to go on strike. They're also in talks with AXA, workers at AXA. Now, this strike intensifying generally could lead to airports around the country being not operating, really, because if you get AXA employees to join in on the strike, it means that no flights will land or even take off at any of the airports around the country. So that is what is expected. But at the heart of this, our unions are calling on SAA to try and do something with regards to reviewing its procurement spend. They are rejecting allegations or claims that workers take up most of the spend at SAA, and they're saying that procurement is bleeding SAA a lot of money. This morning when we came in during the briefing, we heard Prime Minister Hlubi Majola telling striking workers that they have successfully managed to get SAA to review its procurement contracts. But we also heard SAA management reiterating this at yesterday's media briefing, which was held in the afternoon yesterday, where they did say that they will be reviewing around 85 of their procurement contracts, and those who have been found in wrongdoing would be investigated by the SIU. So those are the things that have the developments and all the things that have happened since yesterday. But for now, we are literally waiting for an update from union leaders coming out of this meeting that has been taking place since early this morning.
Oh, I'll let you go. It sounds as if the conversation now is more focused on what the pay increase might be. The employer and the employees appointed a difference there. But at the beginning of all of this, there was the threat of retrenchments and the insistence on insourcing. Is that still something that's on the table by the labour unions?
Yes, indeed, it is something that's definitely on the table. They are saying that SAA rather said yesterday that these are new demands. However, unions are adamant that the SAA made the announcement of retrenchments without informing them beforehand. But we remember an earlier media briefing where SAA had said that unions were invited to a meeting about retrenchments, where they would have discussed the issue of retrenchments. However, they were not present for that meeting, and they're saying that because this issue is very topical at this stage, they have no choice but to bring it onto the table. Now, this is something that SAA has said that is new and forms part of new demands that they will be approaching the Labour Department about to try and interdict the union from bringing those demands onto the table. However, unions are so adamant that they still need to discuss this with the union. They want the SAA not to scrap its restructuring plans. They're saying that in 2015, 1,000 workers lost their jobs. SAA at the time was saying that it did not have the finances. It was in a very difficult financial position and had to retrench workers. And again, this time around, it's also citing the same reasons. And the unions are saying that this cannot be the case. Workers cannot continue to suffer the consequences of mismanagement and corruption. And they're saying that, they should allow them the opportunity to review all these procurement contracts it has and possibly insource some of the services that it's outsourced. And this will essentially save SAA money. They say that they've already done something similar at SAA Technical, where they have saved around a lot of millions, saved the technical company a lot of millions, and they are asking SAA to do the same, to give it an opportunity to do the same thing at SAA.
All right, Bali, that's where we'll leave it. Thanks very much indeed. We'll catch up with you a little bit later on. Hopefully, something will have come out of those talks. That's our business news reporter there, Mbalenhle Mtetwa, reporting live from Kempton Park at SAA Airways headquarters.